Performative people are weird. And I'm not just talking about those matcha drinking, tote bag, wired earbuds, reading at a coffee shop type of people. It's the people who do things just for the approval of others. They do things that aren't actually them. They want people to fall in love with this version of them that isn't actually them. They're putting on this mask and they wonder why they can't attract people who actually like them. When they have a real, genuine conversation with somebody, they don't click. You don't click with people because you're performing. You're not somebody and you're not who you actually are. And we need to be our true, authentic selves. Because what are you doing dressing up as another person? You're putting on an act like you're in some sort of drama or you're acting in a movie, but this is your life. Your life shouldn't be a performance. Your life shouldn't you be constantly putting on a mask, putting on a show for the approval of other people. Stop doing things because you want people to like you. You have to be your true, genuine self. And if people don't like the real you, people don't like who you actually are without having to perform, without having to do something, they shouldn't be in your life in the first place. And I feel like performative people are weird. Performative people do things and wonder why they aren't getting the feedback that they actually want. People crave real, genuine connection, but you're performing. How long are you gonna keep on putting on this mask? How long are you gonna keep on being somebody that you're not just because you want the approval of other people? Yes, it might look good for the aesthetic, for the vibes, but in reality, are you happy? In reality, is that you? It's everywhere. I feel like social media is very performative. Almost all social media is performative. Most of the time, you wouldn't be doing the things you do unless you post about it. You wouldn't be dressing the way that you dressed unless you post about it. Yeah, I get putting on a nicer outfit to go take photos, but at the end of the day, that's still performative. Yes, you're trying to put your best foot forward, but if that's not you, then you're being weird. You're acting like this is an everyday occurrence. This is you every single day, and you're putting on a performance for other people to like you. You're showing that highlight reel, and yeah, I get that. That's what social media is. Social media is a performance. Social media is a highlight reel, and at the end of the day, social media is weird. There are a lot of positive things that you can take from social media. You can learn, create connections, but there's a lot of bad. Social media is often, almost always, a negative thing. People will compare. People will not be their real, genuine selves. People will put on a performance just for the approval of other people. People like the attention. People like all the comments, the likes, the reposts, the shares, the DMs. I get it. I get that you like attention, and I'm guilty of it too. Everybody is guilty of it. We're all the same, but it's understanding that we need to use social media as something positive. We need to stop performing and asking why we aren't getting genuine people. We're somebody that we're not, and when people who actually like doing that stuff come around, you don't know anything about it. You post about going to the gym when you go once every 2 weeks. And when you go, you have no idea what you're doing. You go, you post the aesthetic photos and all that, but when somebody who actually goes to the gym, they swipe up on your story, they're like, oh, I love that gym. They start talking to you about the gym, and you have no idea what to say because you're not actually interested, and your passion and your hobby isn't actually the gym. It's different when it's actually you and you're posting about it. It's actually you and you're dressing that way. You're giving off that vibe if it's actually you, because you're not performing, because that's the real you. You're putting on a performance and you're attracting people who like those things, and you wonder why you don't have a connection with them because that's not you. You post about drinking matcha, reading all these self-improvement books, and then when somebody who's actually on that wave, somebody who's actually living that lifestyle, they come talk to you, they swipe up on your story. They're like, hey, let's go grab matcha sometime. Let's really talk about bettering ourselves. And when it actually happens, you're lost. You have no idea what to say. You hate drinking matcha. You hate the taste of it. To you, it just tastes like dirt. But to them, they love it. And you're always putting on this performance, and you wonder why you're not connecting with people. Because you're performing. Stop performing and just be you. If you like video games, you like playing basketball, you like food, then that's what you should do. You should post about the food you make, post about the food you actually like, post about the sport, the hobbies that you actually like, and then you'll start to attract real, genuine people who you'll actually connect with on that deeper level. You won't do things because the aesthetic looks nice. Stop doing things because it gives off a good vibe. You think that this vibe is aesthetic. But doing things just for the aesthetic is weird. Performing is weird. Be yourself. I feel like a lot of people perform because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are as people because they never actually spent time with themselves. A lot of people will spend their alone time, their time by themselves, listening to music, watching a TV show, whatever it is. You'll be constantly distracting yourself and you think that that's your me time, your alone time. But just because you're by yourself, it doesn't mean that you're with yourself. And you need to spend more time with yourself instead of just being by yourself. And when you spend your time with yourself, that's when you discover who you are. Because you can be just around people, but you're not actually with them presently. And then that's how you get to know a person, when you're with them presently. And you have to do the same with yourself. You don't know who you are, so you constantly put on a performance. You consume this media and you're like, that's a sick aesthetic. I want to be like that person. So that's what you do. But that's not who you are. You need to find your own identity. You need to find who you truly are without the noise, without the distractions. Stop performing. Stop being somebody you're not just for the approval of other people. Performative people are weird.